hearing something about those makeup rules. You know that. Did Coach Brown come out against some of that stuff? He was the men's coach. Am I remembering that though? Did he intervene? Am I misremembering that?
He had a few attempts at trying to stand up, but I mean, he was a feminist in some ways. In other ways, he wasn't.
Okay.
Like, neither of my coaches placed that on us. Like, we had a dress code, which meant we couldn't wear jeans, but we could wear nice shoes and slacks and, you know, a nice shirt or whatever. But a lot of the players that on teams that I played against, the dress code was a skirt, and, you know, and for a lot of players, you know, a lot of players are gay, you know, and a lot of them or also identify perhaps maybe not so clean cut as one gender or another, or maybe they identify as more masculine, or, you know, on the gender continuum a little bit more masculine, and to then be forced to take on the role of this other gender that they don't identify as, and not have any language around being able to protest that either, because you have to realize, like, all my time from junior high school all the way through until I stopped playing in college was like basketball in school, basketball in school. That's what I did, basketball in school. I had parents and a mom who was, you know, parenting me. So basically, you know, I didn't get to, I had keys to my high school gyms, and I would spend Friday nights in the gym.
Your house.
People were out. And, you know, but I could only go to the gym after I finished my homework, after I finished my paper, after I finished my, you know, after I worked, and then I could go to the gym, you know. So I was kind of an anomaly on my basketball team when I was like, but wait, I want to take my midterm, you know, like, but wait, I thought you said, like, I paid attention when you said that academics come first, and now you're telling me they don't, and that kind of thing. So it's your focus is so singular that it's really hard to develop language around, and you're isolated, so you don't know, like, I think now maybe a little bit different because of the internet and stuff like that, but back then you were so isolated that there was no language that to articulate what was happening for you or happening to you, and there was no one to talk to about it. And Michelle touched on something really, really key here in terms of class, that a lot of these players would never have gone to college, myself included, if they didn't get the scholarship. And your parents are basically, and I always found this ironic, because at that time that I was playing, all the coaches were white. All the coaches were white. All the athletic departments were white. And your parents and the parents of these kids that were from like East St. Louis, Illinois, that would come all the way across country, the first time away from home, to come to San Diego State and study California, and the parents would be like, you do everything Coach Spears tells you. You know, you do everything this white man tells you, no matter what it is. You do what he tells you. You do what he tells you, because they're so proud that their kid is in college, you know, which is something that, you know, and that was the dream for women back then. Wasn't about the dollars that you could make in the NBA. It was like you were going to get to go to college. And little did the families know that college wasn't really happening for us. We had to make it happen if we wanted it to happen. But it was so, I mean, after every game, like, I would come off a game and I'd be introduced to random people. Marcy, this is so-and-so. Marcy, this is, I had no idea who these people were, but they would be a booster. They'd be someone who gave a lot of money to the athletic department. Or they'd be a lot of, you just knew that there were all these people who were counting on you to be like this great athlete, you know? So it's the singular thing and the singular image that's put out there. I think you're trained that way from all fronts to try to fit into these little boxes that you can't fit into, but you don't have the language to break out of it.
On the male side of things, might be an interesting moment in the NFL right now, because for some reason, right in the playoffs, the discussion around gay folks and gay players opened up. Yeah, and I'm still trying to account for that a little bit, but I'm glad it's happening. You know, it might be an opportunity.